After all your hard work, it's finally time to harvest. Let's see how.
What is the best time to cut the grass?
A sure way that you can be able to tell that your grass is ready for harvest is that you see your grass starting to flower. And then the best height that you cut your grass is about 5 to 10 centimeters from the ground.
Okay.
Yeah, so you must leave like a hand's height from the ground.
Now that you have harvested, it's really important that you make hay and silage so that you will have enough good fodder for your cows when it gets dry. Let's start with hay. Only make hay on sunny days. Find out the weather projection for your area. Allow the grass to dry for 3 days in the sun and turn it daily so that it dries quicker and does not rot. Any rain during that period will spoil your hay. The faster your grass dries, the better quality your hay will be. So let's show Alfred how to preserve his grass by making hay bales. Then his livestock can have nutritious and tasty fodder throughout the year. First, build a wooden frame like this. The frame should be 3 feet long by 2 feet wide by 1.5 feet high. Then place some string ties inside the frame. The string should be laid out like this. Next, add the grass. It should be well dried. This takes around 3 to 4 days in the sun. Compact down as much as you can. You can even jump on top like me. But the heavier you are, the better. Okay, now once you've squeezed in as much as you can, tie the string and pull out. You're done. Good work, team.
That one will be very helpful because now sometimes we have a lot of fodder, especially now it has rained. If we are able to store that, then that means we are able to have fodder for the livestock throughout the year.
And now it's time to return to the cowshed and find out how to keep nutrients in your cow feed by making silage.
So we are preserving this silage, first of all, to have a nutritious feed for the animals. Second thing is that you want to give the crop that is in the field time to regrow. So the farmer is maximizing on making more cuts per year and also preserving quality forage.
What are the main ingredients of making silage?
So here you can see we have our materials really chopped. Sizes of 1 inch. We need molasses. This is to enhance fermentation. You need to learn our tube, make sure that it will be airtight. Because in silage you have to make sure that no air is around in or water. Turn it inside out for the side that you have tied to be on the inner side. That's good for me. You need to feed enough material over here.
So it will be a ratio of 2 sacks, then molasses.
Make sure that your material is well compacted, and then we need to add the first layer of molasses. Yeah, so here we are mixing the ratio of molasses to water. That's 1 liter of molasses to 3 liters of water because our molasses is quite thick. Yeah, so make sure your solution has been added uniformly around the tube. So after that, now we need to compact to exceed the air. Make sure that you compact nicely.
So, let's recap. The tube's maximum capacity is 600 kilos. Joseph fills it with 2 70-kilogram sacks of chopped grass and then adds a mixture of 3 parts water to 1 part molasses. He repeats until the bag is full. The molasses helps with the fermentation process. But remember, store bags off the ground away from pests.
You have to seal the upper part so that the process of fermentation will go on and your silage will be ready in about 21 days. If it remains tightly sealed as it is, it can go up to even 5 years.